Because we are right now at the very end of the first quarter, well, at least like of the calendar that our world prefers to use. So let's keep it at that, because we're actually just past our spring equinox and in our actual new year. And that's great. Like, it's just a fresh start. That's what it is. But before we get onto our little journey, since this is our quarterly looking back, I call it, not to scare people away, but we're actually feeling back and planting seeds. So today we're feeling back over the past 3 months, and we're looking ahead and feeling ahead and planting our seeds for the next 3 months. And after the next 3 months, we check in again. And that's how we do it every single season during the year. So, as we get comfortable, I want to invite you to gently close your eyes. We're just going to take a few, not too heavy, but just some comfortable deep breaths in through our belly and then our chest. And we hold it. And when you release, we do it with a big sigh. Just letting go of the day and slowly sinking into this current moment. And we do that again. We breathe in. And we release. And as we're doing this, just notice, how does your body feel? Breathe in again. Does it feel tense anywhere? Is it warm? Is it cold? And breathe out with a very deep sigh, and just let yourself sink into wherever you're seated right now. Literally let your roots grow into the very ground you're sitting upon right now. You don't have to do anything right now, except for arriving in this magical journey. And as you gently keep your eyes closed, you're starting to see yourself somewhere. You're standing in a place that feels completely yours. Just see if you're starting to see a certain surrounding. It could be a forest, maybe a beach, maybe a mountain, a field full of flowers, a cave, literally anywhere where your soul wants to take you right now. Maybe you're somewhere you've never seen or been before, but somehow it feels like home. Start to notice the colors around you, textures, sounds, temperature. You're starting to feel the ground beneath your feet. And what you're actually standing in right now is your own inner landscape. This is your very own space. And no one else can join here unannounced. It's yours. And you're looking down upon your very own hands. And in those hands, you're holding a basket. And this basket carries everything from the past 3 months. Not just the visible things, but also the invisible things. The emotions, patterns, expectations, basically all the moments that stayed with you. And take a moment to feel the weight of the basket. Without judgment, just with awareness. And as you're standing there with your basket in your hands, you see a soft flame appearing close by. It's a steady, warm fire. And this is your fire. It's the fire that carried you through those past 3 months. It's not a chaotic fire. It's a fire of your own energy, your movement, survival, courage, love. And connect with that fire for a moment. And then ask yourself, where did I keep going, even when it felt hard? What strength did I discover in myself? And what did I move through that I'm maybe not fully acknowledging yet? And whatever wants to arise, let it arise. And now, as you redirect your gaze from the fire to right in front of you, a portal is starting to form. But what's important is that you are the one creating it. So what's your portal made of? Is it a bunch of branches woven together? Is it made from light or fairy dust? Or is it made from stone or water? Or is your portal made of fire? Or something completely else? Take a moment for your portal to fully come into its shape. Because this portal marks your transition between what has been and what's ready to emerge. And when it feels right, step closer to it. And you still have the basket in your hands. And with that basket in your hands, take a deep breath. And then you step through your portal. When you come out of the portal on the other side, You are arriving in your own inner garden. This is a sacred space within yourself. It's always here. You just have to create the portal to step through it and step into it. And you still have the basket in your hands with everything from the past 3 months. And now you step into the soil, which is alive, it's receptive, and it's honest. Nothing fake can grow here. Only stuff that's truly aligned with who you are. For a moment, you just stand there with your bare feet in your very own soil. And you feel the energy of this place. Your energy. And now, you kneel down and you gently place your basket on the ground. And then slowly, you start to take everything out of it. And instead of pushing it away, you're laying and spreading it out over your very own soil. Everything. All the doubts, all the pressure, all the things that didn't work, the things that drained you, the things that you are carrying but weren't yours. But also the good things. But focus on what you're putting onto the soil right now are the things that you're gently letting go of, but not in a bad way. Because no matter how they feel, they shaped you into who you are right now, sitting here. So we're not discarding them, and we're also not throwing them away. But we're actually fertilizing our soil with all these things. So let it all touch the earth, the soil. And when you've spread it all out over the ground, you take one last look at it. And instead of rejecting it, we're asking ourselves, what did this teach me? What truths did it reveal? What part of me grew because of this? Because not everything needs to be thrown away if it felt negative or it was a bad experience. Some things simply need to be transformed. You feel and see it, how the soil begins to absorb it, not as weight, but as nutrients. Everything becomes part of the ground, your ground. There's nothing wasted. Not a single experience is wasted. And now as the soil settles, you look up to your hands again. And this time, there's seeds in your hands. And they're not random seeds. Because these are the very things that are ready to grow in your next chapter. So ask yourself, what do I actually want to grow now? What feels aligned, but not forced? What's asking gently for my energy? And then you pick a few They can have different themes. Maybe some are relationship related, growth related, friendship related, work related, family related. But you only pick a handful, and you pick them wisely, because not everything needs to grow at once. And then, if you pick them, you're starting to slowly plant them. And as you begin planting them, one for one, you feel that warmth coming back, that fire you just looked into, your fire. But it feels different now. It's more focused, it's more intentional. You know why? Because this is your very own aligned inner fire. There's no urgency, there's no pressure. There's only clear embodied movement. We let that fire, your fire, gently warm up your soil, because it's activating your seeds, but it's not rushing or burning them. Then you place your hands on your soil, covering your seeds, and you trust them, because they don't need to be controlled. All they need is presence and your energy, your aligned energy, because that energy is literally the water that your seeds need to grow. And don't forget that the very first part of the growth process of a seed happens under the soil, in the dark, where we don't see it. And we have to very patiently keep watering it and wait until it wants to sprout and show itself to the world. And as you stand up, you take one final look around your garden for now. And you tell yourself, or you remember yourself, that this is your space and it's always here for you. You can always come and visit. And it's always growing, even when you're not watching. And then you turn around and you see your portal again. You take one last deep breath and you grab your empty basket from the ground. And then with it, you step through your portal again. You turn around and you close your portal, which means that you're sealing your garden. You're protecting what you've planted, and you're fully trusting that it will unfold in its own timing. we're slowly bringing back awareness to our body. Notice your breath. Feel your fingers and your toes. Wiggle them. Gently rock your spine and your neck. Maybe start tapping on your upper legs with your fingers, enjoying the little tingling sensation it gives. And then when you're ready, you keep your eyes closed for just a last second, and you allow these following words to sink so deep into your system that even the roots you just grew underneath yourself will remember them. This is how they go. You don't need to carry everything forward. You don't need to plant everything at once. What you have chosen today is enough. And what you have released has served its purpose. And now we allow it to grow. And with that, you can slowly open your eyes whenever you're ready and welcome yourself back to this very moment. And that was your looking at feeling back on the first quarter and planting your seeds for the second quarter of 2026 journey. Welcome back.